What's the difference between a personalistic and a naturalistic history? A personalistic approach to psychology involves the study of individual people and their contributions to the field. Sometimes these people, like the gentleman you see in the image, sometimes these people become so famous or their contributions are considered to be so significant that scholars epitomize them and label the era or the idea or the concept after that individual. For instance, many of you are probably familiar with the idea of a Freudian slip. This is a slip of the tongue when you switch up two words by accident. A Freudian slip, it's named after Freud, the person who first introduced it. We can also take a naturalistic approach to history. This involves looking at the things that are naturally happening in the environment. Multiples is a concept we use to describe the occurrence of two or more people independently creating almost the same theory at the same time, a multiple. And I have a really good example. It's one of my favorite examples. Many of you are familiar with Charles Darwin and his theory of natural selection. What many people don't know is that Charles Darwin was not the first person to study evolution. At the time, he was competing with someone else. His name was Alfred Wallace. He was competing with someone else to get his theory published first. In the 1850s, Wallace wrote Darwin a letter describing Wallace's theory. Darwin realized, someone else is creating a theory just like me. I had better publish this book as quickly as I could. And within less than 2 years, Darwin had published his theory. So he published his theory first, but he was not the first to come up with that theory. Other people were. They had similar thoughts. They were making similar observations, using similar equipment to try to explore the world. This example of a multiple, it's something that naturally occurred in the environment and is relevant to our understanding of Darwin's theory. There are several more examples of these multiples when two people are working on basically the same concept at the same time. So that is it for this first video. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week.